and they coochie whoop them old tricks, put a little of that root work on them. Them sisters would put some root work on them white tricks, and then them white tricks would die and then leave all their money to them. There were cases about things like that. A sister named Hannah Elias. There was a black woman named Hannah Elias who was really the first self-made black woman millionaire. It wasn't Madam C.J. Walker. It was Hannah Elias. They never talk about her because she was hustling these white supremacist men. She had her a couple of zaddies who was rich. She put some of that root work on them, and they were leaving her hundreds of thousands of dollars. They tried to take her to court to take her money. She had a mansion on Park Avenue in New York. She was instrumental in making Harlem black, by the way, because she got with some real estate developers and they started moving black people into Harlem, and then that started to turn it black. A lot of folks don't know that. This is a very important woman that they've kind of written out of history because she was finessing these white supremacist males, spitting game at them and making them give her all types of big money. This woman had all types of bank accounts. She was papered all the way up. In fact, I think she was the first person in America to get plastic surgery. I think she got a nose job. And it was the first time somebody got cosmetic surgery like that. I think she was the first one to do that because she was trying to play herself off as a little more exotic because they were so mad that a black woman was getting all this money from these white supremacist males in court. They were like, she's doing voodoo or hoodoo. They knew she had some kind of Majara spirit. They knew she had a Majara spirit, and in court they were saying, she's a voodoo priestess. She's doing hoodoo on us. You got to stop her. She's using some magic on us. And that was the thing. So you had a lot of black women who were getting money from these white supremacist males. So they said, okay, we're going to have marriage licenses to kind of determine who we're going to allow to get married. So they said, if you want to get married, you got to go get this license. So if you're a white couple, you got the license. Your white couple got the license. A black woman, white man, nah, you can't get a license. You dig? That was the vibe. We almost got 8,000 people in here. Shout out to everybody in here. We are in here heavy. Hannah Elias is spelled like Elias, E-L-I-A-S. All right? Yeah, she was fighting his kids. She had this white man breaking bread, and his kids were trying to get the money back. Yeah? They were like, this negress is using hoodoo, tricking my dad out of money. She had them whooped. Yeah? But yeah, they've been hip to that. They don't want sisters to get bags out these white supremacists. They hate that. So they've kind of sold that game up a little bit. Yeah? But the thing is, with Candice Owens, her whole thing is, Zaddy can do no wrong. She denigrates black society, protects white Zaddy, and that's been her whole shtick. And now that she's on the outs with these white supremacists, she has to find another niche. She has to reinvent herself because here's the thing with Candice. Candice can only thrive in white supremacist male dominated spaces. And I'm talking about the far right white supremacists. Some of the right of center white supremacists and the casual white supremacists, she can't thrive in those societies. She can't thrive in those environments, and she definitely can't thrive in a black environment. She can't be around white women, and that's why she can't be around a right of center or casual white supremacist male-dominated society. She has to be around those far right-wing white supremacists because, see, those far right-wing white supremacist males, they're hostile to white women, you see? A lot of the far right white supremacist males, they're very abusive to white women. They like to smack white women into place. They think white women like to race mix too much. They know that white women, many of them have a hankering for the soul pole. So that's why you notice a lot of these alt-right dudes, they have black women or they have Asian women. A lot of these far-right dudes, they get with Asian women because they think, well, the Western white woman has been too poisoned already. So they're very hostile to white women. That's why Candace can be around them. Yeah? But a casual white supremacist male environment where these guys still have white wives, Candace can't be around that kind of environment because the white wives wouldn't allow it. Because the white women can smell a bed wench around their husband a mile away. They know what a bed wench looks like and smells like, and they know that Candace is doing the Birdman hand rub to sleep with one of their husbands. These white women know this. So they wouldn't allow a Candace Owens to be in a casual racist environment. It has to be a far-right environment. So Candace can't be around white women. The white women are not going to let her around because the white women know that Candace is going to be after her dude, the white women's guys. Yeah? They know this. So Candace is trying to reinvent herself now. So now she's going to try to do the whole, oh man, it was just a little tough love for me. I just want to see the black community do better. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't do that by denigrating every black person who's been harmed by a white supremacist and running interference for these white supremacists. And the thing is, you can't come around us talking about thriving and all of that stuff. Listen, let me look. Talking about how the black kids can't read and black kids this and the black community and the father was taken out of the home. We've been talking about that for years. We know that. She was on the Breakfast Club talking about how the fathers were taken out of the home in the 1960s. And when they say that, that's really them trying to take a dig at the Democrats. They try to blame the Democrats. And that's another thing, family. When it comes to the white supremacists, Candace and those people, they try to play this whole game where they break them up in different groups. Family, don't ever fall for that trick where you want to break the white supremacists up in different groups. That is a trick bag that you do not fall for. All right? That's a trick bag you do not fall for. Because the thing is, all of these groups work together against us. They all get on code against us. And what they do, they play this little baiting game to get black people to attack a subgroup of white supremacists so that when we attack the subgroup, they can flip it on us as if we're the bigots against them, and then all the other white supremacists will all get on code with that subgroup. That's why you never let them play this game where they try to trick you into attacking a subgroup. That's a con game. They try to do that with us all the time. So they'll try to say, oh, it's not white supremacy, it's the Democrats. They're the real racists. Oh, no, it's not. No. It's the Republicans. They're the real racists. They try to make it about a political party. No, it ain't. It ain't about no political party. Because Ben Shapiro is supposed to be right-wing, but the liberal media, they protect Ben Shapiro. They never talk about his vile anti-black racism. The liberal media, they protected Kyle Rittenhouse. They protected him. They didn't denigrate Kyle Rittenhouse like they denigrate other victims of crimes who are black. A black person who's a victim of a crime, they'll denigrate the black person. The white supremacists will be like, well, it's not, no, it's not white supremacists, it's the white Christians. Because, they supported the Klan. No, it's not the white Christians, it's really the Jews. Then they try to go religious. They'll try to make it seem like it's a religious thing. Oh, no. It ain't the white people. It's the Jews who ain't really white. They're not really white. It's the Jews who are the problem. That's their favorite one. Oh, it's not the Jews. No. It's really the Mormons. The Mormons think very negatively of black people. That's what the problem is. It's not the Jews or the Christians. It's the Mormons. Don't let them run that religious game, because the minute you focus on one group, if you say, okay, well, why are the Jews doing this? And then all of a sudden, oops, he's anti-Semitic. And then all of them will join in behind the Jewish community and then say, you're anti-Semitic as a black person. They all get on code. Then they'll try to do the gender thing. It ain't white supremacy. It's the white feminist. Oh, those evil, racist white feminists. It's the white feminists. They're the problem. It ain't racism. It's the white feminism. And then you attack the white feminist. Oh, he's misogynist. He's misogynistic. Me too. He was attacking the white feminist and he had sex in his eyes. He looked like he wanted to sleep with him. Yeah? Then the white women will say, no, it's not the white women. It's the white men. It's patriarchy. Patriarchy and white supremacy is one and the same. Right? They try to play that game. No, the white supremacist male and the white feminist woman, they all work together. Then, well, it's not white men, the white women, it's the white LGBT. They're the problem. That's your problem. Then if you go after the white LGBT, oh, hey guys, he's homophobic. Everybody, come on, let's attack the black folks because now the blacks are being homophobic. See, that's why you don't let them break you up and they're playing hot potato. So the minute you focus on any one of those subgroups, they can all get together on code and attack black people by saying, oh, that's the real bigot. Look, he's attacking the LGBT. Look, he's attacking the Jewish people. Look, he's attacking the women. Yeah? And they all click up on you. Don't ever fall for that hot potato trick. They'll try to bait you all the time. You notice whenever I do my lives, the white supremacists come in all the time. Well, dude, it's not really the whites, it's the Jews. Stop it. We don't play that game. Are you scared of the Jews, dude? They try to play this weak peer pressure. Are you afraid of the Jews, dude? That's not going to work. That peer pressure don't work. Our problem is not a religious problem. It's not a Jewish problem. We have a white supremacy problem. They're black people who are Jewish. They're not oppressing anybody. Yeah? The problem is not religious. The religion is white supremacy. That is the problem. Yeah? That's the problem. So you don't ever let these people play the hot potato 3-card Monte game. Yeah? Oh yeah, then they try to play, well, it's not really about race, it's about money. It's not about money. Because the white supremacists, they have a monetary value. I broke this down the other day. The average white person, in America in particular, they have an unwritten $1 billion insurance policy. I explained this before on one of my lives. The average white person in America, in the system of white supremacy, they have a $1 billion insurance policy. It's an unwritten policy that gives them up to $1 billion worth of protection. One example of that is Kyle Rittenhouse. The defense Kyle Rittenhouse received in court for killing 2 people, a black person would have to pay damn near $1 billion to get that. To get a judge on your team, to get a whole judge to act as your lawyer, to get the police department on your side. I want y'all to calculate this stuff. To get the whole white media on your side, to get the prosecutors all on your side, you would have to pay as a black person $1 billion for that. To pay off a judge to sit here and act as your lawyer. To pay off whole police departments to sit here and protect you. To pay off the entire white media to sit here and run defense for you and to not show you beating up girls and you plotting to kill somebody. You dig? That boy got over damn near $1 billion worth of insurance. Now, here's the thing. When it gets over $1 billion, then they'll sacrifice you. When it gets over $1 billion, then they'll sacrifice you. They'll have to throw you to the wolves. You're gonna have to be a white sacrifice. And Derek Chauvin was the $1 billion white sacrifice, because when Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd, they were going to protect him. They had every intention to protect him, and they were protecting him until the whole country turned up, and then the bill got too high. That $1 billion bill, and then it got to $2 billion. You understand? That $2 billion bill came. It was like a couple of $1 billion worth of damage in the United States because of Derek Chauvin. They had to, Derek, we gotta, man, the bill is too high, brother. We gotta let you go. We gotta let you go, brother. We gotta go ahead and, you gotta be that white sacrifice. Yep, Donald Sterling too. Donald Sterling too. Exactly. Donald Sterling, when they were about to lose money with Donald Sterling, with all that racist stuff he was saying, they're losing sponsors. When they're losing sponsorships, people are pulling out because of his racism. When that bill got too high, that bill getting up there to like $1 billion, you're going to have to sell the team, buddy. Yeah? Yeah, that bill went up. So yeah, when that bill gets to around $1 billion, then they're going to have to sacrifice them white supremacists. So yeah, their lives have a monetary value in the system of white supremacy. See, that's why the Kyle Rittenhouse thing was so important to the system of white supremacy, to let other white supremacists know, you got to get on code. We need y'all to get on code. And part of the code is, the benefit you get is that we'll give you this $1 billion of protection. So you might be living in a trailer park, but if you do something to a black person or to somebody who's sympathetic to a black person, we got $1 billion worth of insurance for you. You dig? We'll protect you. And that helps them maintain the system of white supremacy. That's why they don't want to destroy the system of white supremacy. The white supremacists, they benefit from it. They don't want to destroy that system, even though they know it's an evil system. They benefit from it. You know, they want the Kyle Rittenhouse treatment. That's why they're parading Kyle Rittenhouse and letting him, well, we got over 8,000 people in here. We're in here heavy. Yeah, just like Harvey Weinstein. The bill got too high. They had to sacrifice him. That bill got too high. Yeah? The bill got too high. We're in here heavy. Yeah? We are in here heavy, ladies and gentlemen. But the thing is, this whole tough talk about black people, oh, we want black people, Candace is out here, I'm just being tough because I want black people to work hard and I want black people to do this and do that. Listen, you can't sit up here and say you want this and that for black people, but you're running interference and protecting the white supremacists, because we're not going to get where we need to be until we deal with the white supremacist problem. You understand? Everything and all of our issues go back to the white supremacists. That's where our issues stem from. And we got to handle that white supremacist problem. Because see, everything we build, they sabotage it. Every time we build something, these white supremacists go out of their way to sabotage it. We don't have a problem with building anything. The problem is the white supremacists, when they see black people, see, we're the only threat. Our empowerment is the only empowerment that's a threat. They don't mind so-called empowering these other groups. That's why all of these immigrant groups are flooding over here, and they're giving them legs up left and right. They got all types of money, resources for these other groups. Family, they are letting these other groups run finesse games and scams left and right. Y'all know the housing scams these people are doing over here. They're letting these immigrant groups come over here and scam houses out of people left and right. They got these people over here scamming houses, and they're on TikTok teaching each other how to scam for houses. down in Georgia, it was an elderly FBA man got forced out of his house because and they're hiding this guy's identity. He looks like he might be an East Indian dude. Look at this. Elderly Georgia homeowner forced out of his house, arrested after alleged fraudster claimed ownership. So this dude, and they're not even naming the guy who did it. And this is an old black man right here. He light-skinned as hell. But this black man is 70-something years old and got arrested for trespassing in his own house. I think that's his wife right there. And this is the person. This looks like an East Indian, don't it? They're hiding his identity. Why are they hiding this man's identity? This is the man who finessed the house. He went and did some fraudulent deed paperwork. And down in Georgia, you can file deed papers online. It's some real weird stuff down there. But this guy looks like an East Indian, don't he? And they're hiding his damn identity. Yeah? So they're sitting up here letting these damn immigrants come over here and defraud black people. I told y'all that was going to happen too. When we started hearing about these people coming over using these squatter laws, I said they're going to target black folks with these things. They're going to start getting black folks with this. They're going to start getting up in black people's houses and finessing black people out of these homes. And that's exactly what they're doing. Yeah? And black folks, we sat up here on this minority coalition nonsense. Family. Dr. Claude Anderson has been trying to tell us for years that whole minority coalition thing is a myth. That whole minority coalition where these other groups coming over here, we thinking that they're bonding with us, man. No, these people are so vitriolic towards us and hostile. Come on, man. We can't be politically naive out here. Yeah? Man. Family, that's why, man, we got to get back out there to D.C. Family, we got to get out here and let our voices be heard, and also to get our collective cohesion game going. You know, we got to be very serious about, hey, we got to speak up for FBA issues. We have to say, hey, we're not satisfied with what's going on in the political climate. We are not satisfied with our tax dollars going to these groups who's coming over here finessing our asses. Man, we got to say, hey, enough is enough. Because, see, they have no problem letting these groups do all of this stuff and giving them an economic leg up because their empowerment is not a threat. These other groups are not a threat. They know their place. They don't mind letting these other groups thrive and giving them an opportunity and the resources to thrive because they're going to know, they're not going to challenge white mommy, white daddy. They know that. Us, on the other hand, they know we as foundational black Americans, when we get equal footing, we start to dominate. We dominate, ladies and gentlemen, and they know that. That's why there's this constant need to keep a foot on our necks because they know once we get equal footing, it's to the moon with us. Yeah? And understand it's not just foundational black Americans. I give props to black people, some of the black people in the past, because when you look down to in Latin American countries, you see the white Hispanics coming over here. The white Hispanics, they're not really going to challenge white supremacy because they're trying to get amalgamated inside of white supremacist society. The white Hispanics that they're letting over, they are not going to challenge white supremacy. Truth be told, the white Hispanics have never really challenged white supremacy. Think about it. When have the white supremacists or the white Latinos ever challenged white supremacy? They've never really challenged it in big numbers. Even some of the revolutions in Latin America, those were the black people down there doing that stuff. Those were the black people putting in work. Over in Cuba, Antonio Maceo, it's called the Bronze Titan. the black man, a black Cuban who was leading a revolution down there in Cuba. Down in Brazil, it was Zumbi. It was a black maroon who was challenging the Portuguese. It was the black people. Down in Mexico, Gaspar Yanga, black man, a black maroon who was fighting the Spanish. You look all through Latin America, the people who were fighting the European powers, the main ones were the black people down there. Yeah? It was the black people putting in the work. So they know these people that they're letting up here, these white Hispanics, they're not going to challenge white supremacy. Now we will. We challenge it and we thrive. Yeah? And when we get a little bit, we know how to flip it. That's how thorough we are. We get a little bit and we can flip it. They try to throw us to the wind and we know how to flip that thing. Every time they try to throw us to the wind, we thrive. Yeah? In Oklahoma, when black people freed themselves out of Florida, we got to look at the Seminole War as a slave revolution. And the black people down in Florida, they were stopping slavery down there. They were burning down the plantations and freeing black people. Our FBA family put in mad work down there in Florida. Go look at my movie, American Maroon. That's why they had to send those Maroons and black Seminoles out to Oklahoma. They sent them out to Oklahoma because they said we can't even enslave them again if we wanted to. They'll just turn up everybody on the plantations. So they made a deal. They said, okay, look, we'll give you a proclamation. We'll give you your freedom. Y'all just get out of Florida. Look, y'all go over to Oklahoma. We got some Indian territory over there. It's basically a no man's land. Y'all just going out there. Go all the way out there to the west. So they had the black Seminoles out there in Oklahoma thriving. We're thriving out there. And we were protecting each other. That's why a lot of black folks were going to Oklahoma when they were escaping slavery too. Bass Reeves went to Oklahoma when he got out of slavery. Bass Reeves, who was one of the greatest lawmen, who the Lone Ranger is based off of. I think Bass Reeves was in Texas. He beat up his slave owner and went to Oklahoma. There's a reason why they didn't go get him. Think about that. This dude beat his slave owner up and then just went to another state. They didn't go get him because he went up there around them Seminoles. He was living around the black Seminoles. They didn't want them problems. The black Seminoles were not nobody to run up on. Yeah? And they started creating all types of black towns in Oklahoma, even to this day. Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma, that state has the most independent black formed cities in America. The most independent black owned towns or black run towns in America in Oklahoma. They had the most independent black run cities, Oklahoma. Because the white supremacists kind of threw black folks out there on their own. The white supremacists weren't out there in big numbers yet. So we were left alone. We started thriving. That's why Black Wall Street got popping the way it did. Because the white supremacists in the South, they kind of lived around black folks. But in Oklahoma, they just kind of put black folks on the other side of town. And then, you kind of wander over there and see, hey, why all these niggas got cars? Why all these Negroes got these mansions? How in the hell did that happen? We went out there to Oklahoma and started balling the hell out. That's when they had to bomb it. They had to drop a bomb on the place. Yeah? You see? Oh yeah, Oklahoma has a lot of black-run cities, the most in the country. A lot of folks don't know that. Most of the black-formed cities, most of the black-run cities, Oklahoma. Yeah? So we know how to get down when people leave us the hell alone. We start failing when the white supremacists get in our damn mix. Same thing with the Bronx. They threw black people in the Bronx to the wolves. They were going to starve black people out. Black people up there in the projects. They took away school programs, jobs. Landlords were burning up buildings for insurance money. They're like, y'all black folks, y'all do what you do over there. Yep, y'all out of sight, out of mind. Y'all figure it out, black folks. And our FBA family went up there in the Bronx and created hip-hop culture. Created the most influential cultural movement that we've had in the last 50 years. Yeah? That's why y'all got to go see Microphone Check. Microphone Check coming out in a couple of months. Y'all better go to microphonecheck.com to get your tickets to see that right now. We got 4 cities on the website right now, microphonecheck.com. We got the Los Angeles tickets are available. The New York tickets are available. The Dallas tickets are available. And the Detroit tickets are available. Get your tickets now. It's 100% going to be sold out, so you better get your tickets early. Microphone Check is such a phenomenal piece. Such a phenomenal piece. Setting the record straight. Because listen, what's funny now, everybody knows that Microphone Check is coming out now. So there are people kind of changing the narrative now. You got some of the Puerto Rican cats who are just kind of, they're kind of coming clean now. Some of them are trying to come clean by saying, hey, yeah, it was the black people who was doing it first. But you got people like Derek Colon, who's still, he's still desperate. And shout out to a brother named Truth Savior. He had a debate with Colon the other day, and this brother lit Colon's ass up. Now, for those that don't know, Derek Colon is a Puerto Rican teacher who tries to teach hip-hop, and he be lying his ass off, trying to say that Puerto Ricans and blacks did it together. Not only did they do it together, blacks were kind of getting the stuff from the Puerto Ricans. So he's been trying to run with that lie, and we've been beating that damn lie down. So now you got some Puerto Ricans who, like some of the B-boys who were around in the late 70s, so they're kind of coming clean now because, look, when Microphone Check drops, all the people on that 50-50 nonsense, y'all gonna be looking real crazy, and they know they're gonna look crazy. So you had this one dude who's a B-boy named Mr. Wiggles, a Puerto Rican guy. So he came up with a video saying, yeah, in the 70s, it was all black people. And then Dr. Colon got upset. So Dr. Colon, Derek Colon, wants him to get on code. Look at this video. Fair use, fair use, fair use. And Dr. Colon, I know you're watching. You should give me a shout out for giving your page some shine, all right? So Derek Colon is upset that his Puerto Rican brethren is out here telling the truth. His Puerto Rican brethren is telling the truth, and Dr. Colon wants Mr. Wiggles to lie, basically. Look at this. This is Derek Colon. Hold on, listen to this, hold on.
What's up, y'all? My name is Dr. Derek Colon, and I'm here to address a very serious issue when it comes to the world of b-boying. Mr. Wiggles has yet put out another statement making claims that the original b-boys of the 70s in the Bronx were all black.
Which they were.
He in fact states that no Puerto Ricans were doing footwork.
Right,
in the 70s.
right. Fair use and right.
I'm going to let you watch some of his clips and let you be the judge of what he is or is not saying.
Oh, Lord. Well, this dude, Colon, be splaining. It's always what he said it, but he meant this. Boy, Colon is the king of the splainers. Boy, this dude be splaining. And I know you're watching, Derek Colon. I know you're watching. Let me just fix this. Hold on. Hold on. What did I do? Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on.
We have to get this truth right. We have to get this
He's telling the truth. You want to get the lies right.
history straight. We have to define these terms as to what they originally meant. Now, I'm going to be coming in from time to time giving commentary. Sit back, relax, enjoy, and think.
I'm from the neighborhood where the buildings were on fire.
And in that neighborhood, a lot of the pioneers of hip hop, Bambaataa, Flash, and all the B-boys were all black. I didn't see
All the B-boys were all black.
no Latino B-boys.
I didn't see no Latino B-boys. The Puerto Ricans are telling the truth.
Notice what he says. I didn't see any Latino B-boys. Notice what he says. I didn't see.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God.
Not that there weren't any in the Bronx in the 70s, but I didn't see.
Oh, God. They weren't there, dude.
But he's going to continue and almost make it seem like that's not what he's saying. He's saying universally, in the Bronx, in the 70s, Puerto Ricans were not rocking out like that.
They weren't.
Let's keep listening. Never heard of TBD, never heard of CC, never heard of them. In my neighborhood, all the B-boys, never heard of them. He says he never heard of TBD, he never heard of CC. He says the B-boys in his neighborhood never heard of TBD.
Right. And remember when I had a debate with him, with Cologne, I said the exact same thing. Nobody heard of those crews that Cologne keeps trying to talk about.
Or never heard of CC. But that's weird because they are well-known B-boy crews.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Now, I could understand if you never heard of them in your neighborhood, but that's not how you are making it come across, Wiggles. You're making it come across as if you're saying, in the Bronx, the B-boys were black. Latinos were not doing footwork.
They weren't.
And the Bronx never heard of those crews.
They didn't.
That's what it sounds like you're saying. Or could you be saying, we just never heard of them in our neighborhood?
Okay. I can only take so much of his horse shit. When I did a debate with him, I said the exact same thing. All these crews that he was talking about, these mythological crews that were the original B-boys who were Puerto Rican that black people learned from. I'm like, nobody's heard of these crews, dude. Nobody heard of these people. These were not known folks at all. They're not on nobody's flyers. Nobody knew them. Okay? See, it's very important. We know he's full of crap. But it's still important to check this stuff, family. This is why we got to be on people's bumper about this stuff. Because, see, for a long time, we let people say this type of stuff, and we're like, oh, he's just talking. And then what happens is this stuff gets printed in books, articles, it gets put in awards, so then it starts getting documented in the historic record. So these people, we let them lie without checking them, and then the lie becomes a part of the damn history. So this has to be cleaned up, man. This stuff has to be cleaned the hell up. And that's what we're doing now. This is what we're doing now, ladies and gentlemen. We're cleaning up these damn lies. Man, I cannot wait for y'all to see Microphone Check. Y'all need to be in the theater with your family early with your popcorn, drinks. Man, this is going to be a phenomenal event. And you can bring the whole family. There is some cursing in the movie. I will say that. This is a hip-hop documentary, so there's going to be some curse words here and there. Not too bad, but there's some curse words in there. But the kids, just cover the kids' ears. Bring the family. Bring the family so the youngins can learn history too. The movie's PG-13. We do have profanity in it. We do have profanity in the movie later on in the movie, but it's a great historic educational piece. Yeah? And check out that debate with Cologne and brother True Savior, because True Savior is a jazz guy. Oh my God, he was dismantling Cologne's BS, just meticulously dismantling that stuff. He keeps lying because they've been lying so long. And he has to lie, and he has to get all the other people on code with the lie because they see what, listen, family, do y'all understand? These folks see microphone check coming. They know it's over. They see what's going to happen. You understand? See, the thing, we just haven't challenged them. We've been letting these folks get away with lying so long, we haven't challenged them. That's been the damn problem. So Cologne is out here talking about the break beats comes from the Latino, the descarga, and it comes from Cuban jazz. Oh, goodness. But we know it's horse crap, but if they lie long enough, they'll start printing that stuff in books. Yeah? It's important to get this truth out here. Family, they know what's coming with this movie. That family, y'all saw with the trailer all the shit they were doing, trying to sabotage it. People writing articles and they're calling to get the articles taken down about the movie. They know what's coming. Oh, the hammer is getting dropped Memorial Day weekend, ladies and gentlemen. All the lies are gonna stop. They're trying to just say, hey, please, Puerto Ricans, somebody get on code with us. We gotta keep the lie going. Please get on code. Oh, don't tell the truth, Mr. Wiggles. Yeah, some of these Puerto Ricans are like, hey, y'all ain't about to have me looking stupid. It was black people who was out here. It was the blacks who was out here. We didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Some of them are coming clean. They see what's going down. So when the hammer drops, they're going to be like, well, I told the truth. Eh? Oh, the hammer is going to drop. All the lies are going to stop Memorial Day weekend, family. The lies are going to stop. The movie is 2 hours and 18 minutes, family. It's a slow roast. It's a slow bake. We're clearing up everything. We're clearing this stuff up. Yeah? And it's a long time coming. Man, it's a long time coming. Man. But yet we have to watch the way people try to tell our history, because people, there's always this desire to remove foundational Black Americans out of it and attribute everything we do to other groups as co-creators, or we have to give it to Africa. All right? Just like with hip hop. With hip hop, either we have to credit Caribbeans, we have to credit Puerto Ricans, or we have to say it's Africa. Fat Joe does that. Fat Joe tried that. Well, yeah, blacks and Latinos, blacks, and you know what? It's all from Africa. We all African, so it comes from, at the end of the day, it comes from Africa. When they did that whole thing with Kamala Harris, that hip-hop summit, or whatever they did, they sat up here talking about, hip-hop comes from the Caribbean and Africa. They always have to remove us. And everything we do, we have to attribute it to Africa. They just did that recently. The Schomburg Center put up a tweet. They put up this tweet here because Beyonce, our foundational Black American princess, our queen sister Beyonce, I love Beyonce, is taken over the country genre with her hit song. She's just changed the game. She made country music hip again. Country music is hip now. Boy, do y'all know how much the white supremacists low-key hate that? Boy, the white supremacists are salty. These white supremacists are so salty because of Beyonce taking back the genre and taking it over again. The Schomburg Center, because that song that Beyonce has is so hot, her album is about to just change the game. Look at what the Schomburg Center put out. Beyonce recently made history as the first Black woman to have the #1 country music song with Texas Hold'em. Discover the African roots of country music in this 2021 blog post. Stop. Oh, Lord. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Country music is foundational Black American culture. All right? Country music is foundational Black American culture. All right? Because you go to the blog post, they're naming a bunch of FBA people. All right? No, we're not playing the game where everything we do constructive and positive, we have to give it to Africa. No disrespect to Africa. No, we're claiming ownership of the stuff we create. We're not invisible. We're not playing that game. We're not giving all of our achievements away no more. Damn that. We are not doing that. That's dead. We're not giving our achievements away. No African people doing country music. That's 100% foundational Black American. We create that right here on this soil. Then we have to let people know that we're taking ownership of these genres and the things that we create. We're not giving them away no more. Yeah? We're not playing that game. We're not going to do the catch-all thing with the culture. No disrespect to anybody. Because when people, when they get wins, just like with Afro beats, when that started getting hot, they had, hey, we need a whole different Grammy category for us. Yeah? When Afro beats start getting hot, the minute they start getting some hot stuff, oh, we need our own category. If we want to start winning awards, we need an African music category. All right, knock yourself out. All right? Knock yourself out. We got an FBA category too. Country, hip hop, everything else. Yeah? So that's what it is. Man, we in here heavy. We are in here heavy. Hope everybody, all the new people in here, subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, man, at the Hidden History Museum, on April 13th, we're going to have a comedy show, and we're going to have the great Miss Tori Hart, one of the featured comedians. That's Kevin Hart's ex-wife, and she's a very, very funny sister. She just got off tour with Cat Williams. She's going to be performing at the Hidden History Museum April 13th. That's in a couple of weeks from now, and we have a whole bunch of other phenomenal comedians. Y'all hit the link right there. We don't have the flyer up for her yet. But click hiddenhistorymuseum.com and go to the Spring Fever Fling link for April 13th and get your tickets. We're going to have complimentary food, complimentary drinks, and a great comedy show, and it's a great networking vibe. The Hidden History Museum, phenomenal place, man. We have a ball up there. Y'all come kick it with me, man. Y'all come on up there April 13th and have a good time with us, man. We're going to have a ball up there. Come up there and put your Root Work deodorant on and join us and have a ball. Speaking of deodorant, you know what? I noticed a lot of white people are buying Root Work deodorant because that's interesting. Shout out to the white people who are buying Root Work. A lot of white people are buying the Root Work deodorant. They like that authentic thing too. They want the real deal too. They want the real McCoy. Shout out to them. They love it too. That Root Work is not a joke. She wrote Kevin. Yeah, Tori Hart is very funny sister. Tori Hart is very funny. So yeah, we're gonna have a ball having that sister up at the museum performing. Man, we have a great time at the museum, man. We have such a ball up there. It's a vibe, and we got great food up there. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. And speaking of folks in the dominant society, I saw this video, and I've said this. There's a lot of people in the dominant society. When it comes to bathing, boy, some of them don't be bathing. I remember, didn't Serena Williams said she had to teach her husband how to use a washcloth? She has a zaddy, and she said she had to teach him how to use a washcloth. Dude, I said before, a lot of folks in the dominant society, they don't bathe every day. It's real weird. This is what they say. This is what they say. Listen to this clip here. This woman in the dominant society talking about how she bathes. And this is very common. And I've told people about this before. Very interesting dynamic. Very interesting. Hold on. Shout out to my brother Red Joker. He posted this. Y'all need to follow Red Joker. His posts are funny on Twitter. But listen to this. They're talking about their bathing habits. Hold on.
What's the first thing you wash?
Okay, I definitely go hair first.
Hair first?
Hair first.
Do you wash your hair every time?
Well, I only take like one shower every 6 days, so
So you start with hair.
start with hair.
And then
Then I'll normally do conditioner, and then face wash. Then I get out.
Man, I said before, a lot of folks in the dominant society, them washing their hair is the bath. They think them washing their hair, that's the bath. And the suds from the shampoo goes down their body, and that's the bath. All they have to do is wash their hair, and that is the bath. Okay? Very interesting people. Hold on.
she's in there just. How long is your
No shame. It's not my past, it's my present. And I'm not ashamed. I do not wash my body.
At all. Yeah.
It's a waste of time. The soap like runs down you.
Sure.
You know how the soap's like.
Yo, absolutely. I'm on the same
Kinda,
page.
like, run it.
I'm not on that train.
No, I'm not fully bored, but like I have a ticket. I just don't know if I'm hopping on. What's the?
That's very common. That is very common, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That is very common. Yeah. But hey, whatever floats your damn boat. Whatever floats your boat. You know, some people's cultures are different. Some people have different culture. But yeah, like some of them think washing the hair is the bath. Yeah? More power to you. But listen, let me get out of here, family. It's been real. I'm going to get me a good sleep tonight because I've been on this damn plane all day coming from Washington, D.C. And shout out to D.C. Love D.C. Beautiful people in D.C. Much respect to you guys. But man, look, we're going to be turning up in the next few months, man. We got so many phenomenal things going on. It's time to come outside, family. It is time to come on outside, family. Time to come outside. Y'all need to come to the Hidden History Museum. Get your tickets to join us at the at movie theaters around the country for Microphone Check, the preeminent documentary about hip-hop culture. This is going to be the end-all, be-all for hip-hop culture. You go to microphonecheck.com. Get your tickets now for the following cities. That's on sale now. Los Angeles, Thursday, May 23rd. Get your tickets now. New York, we got 2 big showings. It's going to be thousands of people there because those are big theaters. Get your tickets in New York right now at the SVA Theater. That's going to be Saturday, May 25th. Dallas, Thursday, May 23rd at the Texas Theater. Detroit, Saturday, May 25th at the Bel Air Luxury Cinema. Very comfortable chairs there. There's going to be 2 showings there. Get your tickets right now, ladies and gentlemen. And also, go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Get your tickets to join me, Tori Hart, Dwan B, and other phenomenal comedians at the Hidden History Museum this April 13th. Get your tickets, hiddenhistorymuseum.com. And don't forget to go to rootworkstyle.com to get your Rootwork deodorant, ladies and gentlemen. On all of you guys to pile on in here. Hope you guys are having a great week so far, ladies and gentlemen. Hope your week is productive so far, ladies and gentlemen. We're chopping up great game as we always do, and we're going to chop up game, and we're going to have some callers call in a minute so I can see what's on your mind. But earlier today, family, there was a major global outage for Facebook and Instagram. You guys woke up this morning, like I did, trying to check my Instagram DMs. Some of y'all ladies, y'all woke up to make a twerk video, and your heart was broken. You feel me? Y'all didn't know what happened. You thought that you got hacked, didn't you? Some of y'all started changing passwords. Y'all thought y'all got hacked out here. You said, uh-oh, somebody done got me. So let me start changing my password. And when I couldn't log into Facebook and Instagram, I said, oh, did they get a player? I said, did I get too much heat? Was I spitting too much hot fire? Did they try to shut a brother down? And I said, let me check Twitter. And sure enough, there was a global outage. All over the world, Twitter and Instagram was down. People couldn't log in. And the official excuse was there was a technical issue. They're saying that it was just some kind of technical issue, and that's why it was down globally. To be honest, I don't really believe that, family. This seems like it could have been some terror attack, some enemy situation where they did a cyber attack, because there have been warnings of cyber attacks for the last few months. For the last few months, people have been talking about some upcoming cyber attacks that's going to go down, coming out of China, Russia, some of those areas. And understand, family, what do we got going on over here? At the border, you have all of these Chinese nationals flooding over here. They're getting dropped off in Mexico and they're coming over the border. And the media is kind of being quiet about that. You understand? And some of the images of these people coming in from China over the border, these are military age people. These are not dusty people who are living in Mexico anywhere. Look, this whole thing where they're flooding the zone and let everybody and their mama coming over here, that's a weakness. And people are taking advantage of that weakness. And because they want to do this thing, they want to flood the zone as a way to undermine foundation of Black Americans, these people will cut off their noses to spite their faces. They're so hell-bent on not doing right by us, they'll just let the country become extremely vulnerable. You don't know who you're letting over here. You're letting people run across the border. So no telling what we got going on with these possible cyber attacks. But family, the thing is, we need to look at this as a lesson. We need to look at this as a lesson. When we have a cyber attack, and let me talk to the FBA family for a minute. If we have a cyber attack, ladies and gentlemen, how do we communicate with each other? We have to start learning how to have alternative communication mechanisms. This is why, Black family, we need to take lessons from this. We need to be out here networking with each other in person. That's why I always tell people the importance of us getting together physically sometimes, every now and then, and vibe with each other and exchange numbers, exchange cards, and just know who's who out here. So we'll be in the loop. So we'll know who to get with or to bond with or correspond with if something goes down, if the internet is out of here. Because I'm telling y'all now, there's going to be some real cyber attacks coming. What was that movie that was on Netflix everybody was talking about? That movie was warning about a major cyber attack. So these movies, They're letting you know what's going down. What was that movie again? I forgot the name of that movie. I forgot the name. So, I got old nigga memory, so my short-term memory is crazy. But I remember a lot of old shit, so. But family, we gotta learn how to start communicating with each other outside of the internet as much as we can. There's a few things what y'all need to do, family. And I always say this, you gotta stock up on water. You gotta stock up on some of the dried foods that you can store for like 25 years. You go to Amazon and they have dried foods that you can store for 25 years in these bucket containers. You need to get that. Because when the internet starts going down for long periods of time, that means the banks are going to start shutting down. Okay? And when the banks start shutting down and people can't get their paper up out of there, all hell is going to break loose. What you need to do, y'all need to have food, weapons, and communication apparatuses. All right? We got to get very serious about that. I'm going to have to start doing more broadcast. I used to do a lot of broadcast about how to prepare and all that. I got to get more into that, get deeper into that so that we'll get ready. So when something goes down, we're not sitting out here vulnerable as hell. We got to start getting two-way radios. Get two-way radios, family, so that you can at least communicate with people in your immediate circle, people who are close to you. Also, get some what's it called? Mesh networks. That's like a personal Wi-Fi network. Y'all look that up. Mesh networks, where you can kind of create your own Wi-Fi and people that's close to your community. I think some of the mesh networks can reach a few miles. It kind of goes a pretty decent range, especially in your local area. You need to have a mesh network. So if the national internet go down, you'll have a mesh network of Wi-Fi services where you and your people can kind of click in and tap in with each other. You see, we got to get serious about this. You better get you some, I'm just looking around my office now what I have. Gas-powered heaters where you just need a gas thing. Get you a couple of generators, the kind of generators that you can charge, the generators that you can put a solar panel on. Just got to be ready. Got to be ready. Y'all remember when COVID hit, a lot of folks weren't ready. I was doing videos in my garage. I was stocked up on food. I'm in there eating Funyuns, drinking Fiji water. You dig? I'm like, y'all better see, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I was good when COVID, when everything was shut down and people couldn't get out for a second. And people out here stuck. So you got to be ready out here, man, because you never know what goes down. And we got to start thinking in terms of nation building. We got to start getting into the mindset of how would we run a nation if we had to. If something really goes down, if we can't use the satellites, and let's say the people in the dominant society who's running the stuff, if something happens to them, what are we going to do? We got to be up on it real quickly. Now, us as foundational Black Americans, we know how to adapt pretty good. We're pretty good at adapting. But I don't want us to have to adapt on the fly. I just want us to be ready. So if shit goes down, we just walk into the responsibility of handling business like we need to. So we got to start having a lot of conversations about that because, again, some cyber attacks are imminent at this point. It's getting real heavy and it's getting real serious out here. And, today what happened with Instagram and Facebook, that was a warning shot. I think. That's my opinion. I don't think it was no technical glitch. I think one of these enemy entities kind of did something. You understand? Let me get my brother Sir Major in here. Brother Sir Major, let's chop it up, brother. I'm good, man. What's on your mind?
Nothing much, man. The pandering is in full effect like never before. Kamala Harris, I don't know if you saw the video, had invited a bunch of the HBCU students to the White House and also to her residence as they listened to Sexy Red and drank booze and got plastered. Some of those girls were drunk in the video and dancing to Sexy Red. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah. I did a whole broadcast about that the other day, and thank you so much. Yeah, I thought it was very tacky. Kamala Harris is not going to get some ratchet East Indians to do any performances or play any ratchet music that would be derogatory towards East Indians. Them bringing a bunch of black kids and doing that lowbrow stuff, they're very good at trying to drag us down to that lowbrow frequency. The Democrats are very good at that. They want us on that lowbrow stuff. Because you can control people who have a low vibration. You can control them better. That's why all that get your booty to the polls and that twerking stuff to get people to vote. This is what they think of us. You understand? This is what they think of us. And we have to reject those images. You know what? Before I did this broadcast, my daughter, my big girl, they're in the house watching TV. And I just kind of glimpsed at what they were watching. And it was one of these episodes of Love and Hip Hop. Oh, God, it was a damn mess. Oh, goodness. I haven't watched none of the Love and Hip Hop stuff, but basically it's a bunch of hot mess tethers and moist dudes on there looking a mess. And that's supposed to represent our culture. Family, we got to be loud and proud about delineating and letting folks know certain things that don't represent us. That nonsense don't represent us. That corny performative ratchetness, that ain't us. That's not our representation. You understand? And then listen, there's a place for ratchetness. Ratchetness should not be mainstream. There's a place for dusty. Dusty shouldn't be mainstream. There's a place for hoeing. Hoeing shouldn't be mainstream. You understand? There's a place for everything. Let me get some more. We got a lot of folks in here tonight. We're going to be chopping it up heavy. How many folks we got in here so far? Everybody retweet this. Everybody retweet this. Let everybody know that I'm live right now. Retweet it. Give me a nice retweet. Let everybody know that we're live right now. Let's get this brother Yappa. Hold on. Well, yeah, Yappa, hop on, Yappa. We'll get Yappa in the house, and then we'll get Christian in here. What's up, Yappa?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Tariq? How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind?
Man, I'm so glad you hit on the cyber attack situation, because I'm about 90% certain that the Instagram and Facebook going down is a part of a cyber attack. This group called Black Cat.
Investigation with the crime.
Hold on, what the fuck?
Christian, hold on, brother. I'll get you in a second, Christian. Go ahead, Yappa.
Okay, yeah. This group called Black Cat, they were the ones behind the MGM hack, but just recently they got into it with the FBI, and essentially they said that they're going no holds barred, and they said fuck it, they're gonna attack everything. So yeah,
stalkers, murderers, killers, stalkers.
Yeah.
Christian, hold on, brother. I'm gonna get you in a second. Hold on.
Man, what the fuck is wrong? Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
The Black Cat people. Those were those guys who hit Vegas that time, right?
Yes, and they've written their malware, their ransomware. It was used just recently on, I think, United Healthcare. So yeah, they're coming. Yeah, they're coming strong. And yeah, also on the mesh networks, like you said, I've always thought about that. Yeah, we could really set up a personal, like a neighborhood network of switches and personal servers hosting different services. So it can definitely be done. We could definitely set that up.
You sound like you worked in tech and stuff like that.
Yeah, I work in IT, and I'm in school right now for computer science and cybersecurity.
Let me give you a follow, brother, because I want to get brothers like you and others so we can really have a broadcast and a space where we can sit down and really talk in depth about some ideas, man. I want to flesh some ideas out. So I just followed you, and everybody else followed this brother here. This is Yappa. and we're gonna do a space. Probably let's probably do one this week where we can chop up some game on how to set up some networks. Because this is what we need, man. So we'll chop it up, y'all. All right.
Absolutely. Appreciate that, Tariq. Thank you.
Man. All right. That's the kind of brothers I like right there. Those brothers like that who's on the same page, who got some IT skills. That's what we need to be chopping up with. Christian, what's up, man? You've been interjecting. What's up, man?
Sorry. So it's all to do with FBI, SAS, terrorism, with rape, with stalkings. I've had my life ruined by it all. So as we've all watched Netflix and stuff, and I know about the CID and FBI and CIA and how they work, and the Federal International Office. There's been systematic resets. Don't worry, we're not going to be in recession for long because corruption and all that, because the courts are going to turn the money over and then it's going to be reinvested and tax may come down a little bit and more crimes and imprisonments. So there's going to be a massive turnover and it's going to be reinvestment in other ways. So the world is on a bit of a shutdown, a reboot, and day at a time at the moment. So whilst this is all going on and it's international and we've all gone into bankruptcy because of the war and because of this and stealing from the shops and not people the living costs going up, stealing phones from...
Okay, let me get some more people. I don't know what he's talking about. He's just saying stuff. All right, let me get some more people. Shit. He's all over the place. Yeah. He's just saying stuff. You gotta be clear. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I don't know if it was just accent, but it was just all over the place. There's going to be a bomb in Costco. There's going to be no food. Starbucks is going to be closed, and it's not. It's going to be the Matrix, and there's going to be robots in the streets. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Christian, don't give me the thumbs down. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I'm not going to let you babble and ramble. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You're just saying a bunch of weird stuff, man. So let me get some more people in here. He's already locked in a bunker with the rubber sex doll. All right. And it's a sex doll of Don Lemon. He got some AI pussy stored up with some English muffins. So he's safe. He's gonna be all right. So I don't know what you're talking about, sir. You're just saying words. All right. So you'll be all right. You and your Don Lemon doll. You've been there talking to the dog. Do you want some breakfast, Don Lemon? I made you a spot of tea. It rubs the lotion on his skin. Damn lunatic. Okay. All right. We got a lot of people in here. But yeah, my man earlier brought up a good point. Remember up in Vegas a few months ago, they had that big cyber attack in Vegas. Bold. And they were shut down the MGM in New York. And then made them pay a ransom. That was some gangster shit, man. Them hackers made the hotels pay them a ransom, dude. I forgot how much the ransom was, but it was some up in the millions. They had to pay it. That shit was gangster. And I'm glad they did it to them because MGM screwed me. New York. I told you I went to New York and I won a jackpot, and then they went and turned the machine off, talking about it was a malfunction. So good karma. I'm glad them hackers got them. But the game is getting real out here. Let me get my this is my brother. Let me get Maverick in here. This is my brother right here. It's my brother Maverick.
Hey, what's up, brother? How you been?
What's up, man? How you been, bro?
Good, man. Good. Just been working, man. How you been?
I'm good, man. How's your sisters and brothers doing?
Everybody's good. Everybody's working, man. So, yeah, everything's all right. Just trying to stay afloat for all this craziness stuff that's going on.
And I know you're very tech-savvy, brother, man. What is your take on this thing that happened with Instagram and Facebook?
To be honest, all this stuff is orchestrated. So not only Facebook was down, all of Meta was down. So that's WhatsApp, it's Facebook, it's Instagram. TikTok was down for a minute. Even X was down for a minute. They came back up faster than others. And I actually did a Spaces on it earlier. And it's all like linked, right? So like the financial system, you got to think about, you know, how you said, even with the MGM thing, that was a taste of things to come. They even said that late last year that Chinese hackers was infiltrating our water system.
Yep.
All these different things are happening. So I don't know. It's one of two things are happening. It's either self-inflicted to where America is doing this, you know, whole, you know, narrative to where it's like a cyber attack and, you know, we'll get ready for a blackout because they've been hinting that for a while too, that the internet's going out, all that stuff. Or it's just outside forces, you know, China, Russia, you know, we have beef with a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those two things, man. I think, you know, I'm leaning towards the latter, to be honest. I think we just made a lot of enemies, and, you know, with BRICS, you know, coming together, you know, if a lot of people don't know about BRICS, you know, that's Brazil, that's China, that's Russia, that's India, all the other superpowers that are going against G7. That's what's happening right now. They're coming out with their own currency.
Right.
De-dollarization is here, like a lot of stuff, man. So, you know,
aren't there a lot of countries that are just not taking the American dollar anymore?
No, so the petrodollar's done. So, you know, India, they stopped taking our petrodollar. They're doing trades with Russia right now. They're doing trades with China. They're settling in their own currencies. You know, they're using the Indian rupee. They're using Russia's currency, China. So they're using their own currencies right now. So they're taking us out the game completely, because that's the last legs we had to stand on. So since we've been off the gold standard for like decades upon decades now, we had the petrodollar. So we made everybody trade in oil with our money. So they're saying, you know what, that's over with. We're gonna do it, you know, our way now and use our own currency. So yeah, it's crazy right now, man.
Man, my man, I appreciate it, Maverick. We're gonna chop it up, brother.
For sure. Appreciate you. Thank you.
That's my brother, Mr. Maverick. Y'all need to follow him too. All right. Man, it's getting real out here, man. We gotta be ready. We don't know. What we do know, somebody did it. This is not just a technical glitch. This was orchestrated. This wasn't no damn glitch. It wasn't a technical glitch. This was something that a group of people actually did. It was either an inside job or an outside job, but this was something that was very meticulously orchestrated. All right, let's get Miss Huckleberry in here. Let's get Huckleberry, lovely Miss Huckleberry in here. Hop in here, beloved. Miss Huckleberry, hop in, dear.
I'm up, but I'm glad that I'm up to catch this. So you touched on a lot of stuff that I was just talking to some people about. So one of the things that I think we all need to focus on a little bit more, he touched on, the last speaker touched on the G7. These elites, particularly in this instance, Charles Schwab, these elites really tell a lot of what they're doing in the G7. And I mean, a lot of their plans are pushed out some 30, 40 years, but these folks have a plan of things that they're implementing by 2030. So a lot of the stuff that's going on with these illegals, and with even now just listen to Congress, they're releasing a lot of prisoners, something like 2,500 prisoners in Virginia. These are murderers and rapists and what have you. They're releasing them.
Damn, I had no idea we're going to have a fucking storm.
So the thing is like, okay, well, what are they doing? Why do they have all these FEMA camps that they're servicing in real time? Who are they for? So this is just a theory, but it's something that we need to keep our eyes on and pay attention to. A lot of the chaos is created so that we will embrace whatever solution they come up with.
Right.
China owns America, so yes, while they trade among each other in their own currency, they're still using the dollar. If China destroys America, it destroys Europe. So we got to keep that in mind. And I work in finance, so I kind of understand the way a lot of this works. But the things that they're trying to usher in 2030, a lot of people are saying, you know, they're going to create so much chaos that they will have to bring in the peace, which would be UN troops. Texas just passed a law where they got a right to check your records to make sure you're a citizen. They're not going to just do that to so-called enemies.
Right.
So we're moving more into more of a dystopic society where there's more control. And everyone is trying to model it after China. China has, you know, cameras everywhere. They have a social credit system, which is big on censoring. And they've already started doing a little bit of that now. We have so much censoring on these social media platforms. So the G7 for this year is in June. I think it's like the 12th through the 15th. It's usually online. You can catch it. Listen to these people. You will hear some real sinister stuff that they're planning for the world. So that's just my 2 cents.
Thank you so much for living. Good information. Very good information. And the sister was talking about the elites. Excuse me. She was talking about the elite. Speaking of the elite, did y'all hear what Ryan Garcia, what he said? There's what is Ryan Garcia? He's a boxer, is it kickboxing or regular boxing? Ryan Garcia, and I don't know if this was accurate, it was something going on with him, with his social media. He was doing these real cryptic posts, and then he said he got kidnapped by some elitists, and they took him to Bohemian Grove and forced him to watch some, I won't even say the kind of videos he said they made him watch. They made him watch some very disturbing stuff. So I don't know. This is what he said. He got on, he got on social media saying all this happened to him. Now Bohemian Grove, that's a real place. That's up here in California. I think is it in Sacramento? I think Bohemian. Is it in Sacramento? It's up there in Northern California, from what I understand. And it's a place where Bohemian Grove is the place where a lot of the elites go and do these ritualistic things. It's a real interesting place. They have these little secret elitist meetings up there. There's a big owl that they light a fire around an owl. And I've seen some images from Bohemian Grove back in the early 1900s where they were doing something. They had a black kid. I might have to show that picture. They had some black kid up there doing something to him. It's a real weird place that a lot of elitists go to. So Ryan said that they kidnapped him and took him up there. So I don't know if this was accurate. I don't know if it's some narcotics. I don't know. But that's what he said. And he was like, he's saying that it's really real. It really, really happened to him. So I don't know. So a lot of interesting things going on out here. Let me get some more of the sisters in here. I like the sisters' energy. Let's get Jamel in here. Miss Jamel. Jamel, hop in.
Hi, Tariq.
Hi, Jamel. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I've been listening to you for quite some time. My boyfriend introduced me to you about 7 years ago, and I'm a huge fan. And I just wanted to touch on the cybersecurity incidents that have been occurring lately.
Yes.
So, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead. I'm saying yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay. No, what I was just going to say is just a few facts. So the U.S. has 1,100 power grids in the United States, and 9 of them control pretty much the entire country. And with those power grids, I would say that 3 incidents occur every single day. And what I was going to say, I think I forgot the second point, but my main point is just stay prepared, everybody. you know, there's a lot of things that are happening under the scenes. And I just want everybody to be prepared, stay safe, and I just want to send love to everybody. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, beloved. Family. Listen, family. We really got to be prepared. Sometimes you do have to put on the tinfoil kufi. Black folks, we got to be prepared. When things go down, your Jordans, that ain't gonna help you. All right, you better be prepared. You better have some boots. You dig? And some military jackets. Your weapon game better be up. Y'all better stop with that gun buyback stuff. Turning in them guns. Cut that out. Go put them guns up somewhere. Because let me tell you something. The sister made a good point. The electrical grids, if there's an attack and these grids go out, and then there's a cyber attack, it's going to be chaos. And what's going to happen, these white supremacist militia groups, they're going to go start picking folks off. They're going to take advantage of that, just like they did down in Katrina, in New Orleans. The white supremacist groups were going around picking folks off, and that's never really talked about like that. They were picking black folks off left and right down there in Louisiana. That is something that is not talked about. They use these natural disasters and planned disasters and start targeting us. Because all they're going to do is say every black person is a looter and every shooting is going to be justified. So you better be ready. Because the white supremacists are going to have a field day sneaking up and picking folks off in the most vulnerable areas. That's the first thing that they look at. Where are the black people? Whenever there's a disaster, white supremacist society gets majorly on code and starts saying, okay, let's make sure the black people are right where they need to be. Everything comes about black people. You notice that? Every single disaster. If there's a hurricane, where are the black people going to loot? The black people are going to have to go steal stuff. Which is the excuse they use. No, what they want to see is which black folks are about to kick off a possible revolution. That's what they really want to look at. Because they understand in the mix of riffraff niggas out here trying to get flat screen TVs and tennis shoes, they understand there's going to be a couple of smart brothers and sisters out here who ain't trying to get no shoes. They going to try to hit up a bank somewhere. They going to try to hit up some stores with weapons. You understand? They going to try to find some gold bricks somewhere. You dig?
Corporation.
So they know there's some of us out here who's going to do some more tactical and strategic moves out here.
They want to protect that.
So that's why they keep their eye on us all the time, especially when there's some kind of cyber attack, a natural disaster, a planned disaster. So we just got to be on top of our game and be prepared and ready. Let's get Party Goys. Let's get Mr. Adonis. What's up, Mr. Adonis?
Sharik, what I think is going on is they are actually taking DMT and they're taking these drugs to try to connect with trans-dimensional demons. And a lot of this stuff that this guy was talking about on Spaces today is true. The people, I guess you could call them the Illuminati or like whatever, like they're basically satanic. And they basically start these wars because they basically get a connection with these interdimensional demons. They take these drugs and they think that they're like conversing with these people and they're using the particle colliders and they're crashing the stock market and they're basically creating chaos because they get off on that. They're here like the devil's minions. They basically have some sort of a deal with the devil to basically cause hell on earth. And that's what I'm seeing with all of this chaos, with the Gaza stuff, with what we're seeing with the power grid, and then all the just the craziness that's going on. All of this is orchestrated and it's done on purpose.
There you go. Well, thank you so much, Adonis. I see some people who are giving them the thumbs down. I don't rule that out. Look, there's a spiritual element to all of this stuff too, and I don't rule that out. because we are in a spiritual war with these white supremacists, and they are very demonic and satanic. And they understand that we as foundational Black Americans, we have the God spirit, the Mojara spirit, and they're at war with that. So I don't dismiss that all the way. The Donald Trump parody, hop on, Mr. Donald Trump News. Donald Trump News, hop on. All right. Mr. Donald Trump News, can you unmute your microphone, sir? You requested to get on, and I'm allowing you on, sir. Okay. You got 5 seconds, Mr. Donald Trump, and I'm going to take you up out of here. All right. And let me get you out. All right. What we got here? Who's there? Uzair. Uzair's having some trouble getting his phone tapped in. All right. Uzair, you ready? Unmute your microphone.
Yeah, I've listened what you are talking about regarding Facebook and Instagram glitch. I think it may be a technical issue. We should not take it as the serious threat. It might be the reason that some technical issue can prevail in the servers because they are so much busy, Instagram and Facebook servers. So we should take it in that way as well.
So we just should accept that it's a technical issue?
No, I am not saying it is a hard and fast rule. We should wait for it. There should be some inquiry, some logical things which should come out, and then we can come to the conclusion that what was the fault or issue, rather than jumping into the conclusion that it was because of the Gaza or Palestine issue. They have done it themselves.
Okay, all right. All right, well, by the way, so where are you calling from, sir?
I am in Asia. I'm from Asia.
What part of Asia? Are you in India or Pakistan?
Sir, I'm from Pakistan.
There you go. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate the call. All right. All right. He said, don't worry about it. It could have been a technical issue. All right. Could have been a technical issue. He reminded me, he reminded me of these kids I watch. My kids, there's a kid show on YouTube. And he just reminded me of it. My baby girl, we let her watch these little kid shows with the sing-along songs. She loves those. So we watch a bunch of them on YouTube, and they got some little East Indian kids. And they sing American nursery rhymes, and it sounds like him. So they sing it, and they be dancing and shit, and they sound just like him. And it's funny to hear them, Old MacDonald had that fun, E-I-E-I-O. On that farm, he had a dog, E-I-E-I-O. They sound just like that, but it be jamming, though, and I love it. My kids love it. My kids love it. He reminded me of that, and I just wanted to share that. He reminded me. The wheels on the bus go down there, down there, down there, the wheels on the bus go down there. They be going off with the little East Asian accent. So shout out to the Pakistanis and the Indians out there. Let's get JM. Let's get Mr. JM in here. JM. Let's get Mr. JM to speak on some things.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good, Mr. JM. How are you?
I can't complain, man. No hurricanes down here in Florida, so we're doing all right.
Yes, indeed. Now, what do you think about the Instagram and Facebook thing? Do you think that was a possible cyber attack?
Nah, I think that was probably like a test run, and this is the reason why. So WhatsApp was working, right? If that would have been a cyber attack, I think that probably wouldn't one of the first platforms that would have gone down, right?
Now, some people said it went down.
I mean, I didn't hear about that. But if it did go down, then it's possible. Then, it's more of a cyber attack. I only heard about Threads, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yeah, they said WhatsApp was down for a minute too.
Right. So if that's the case, then there is that possibility. But in my opinion, I think it's probably more of a test run. I think a lot of folks play on emotions, especially some of these platforms. that are on the decline. You know, Facebook, you know, they're known for bootlegging other platforms that do well. You know, they started with the stories. They got that from Snapchat. Then they did the threads, right? They couldn't figure out WhatsApp, so they bought that. And again, I think that's just more so it's free marketing, right? If you think about it from that perspective, everybody's talking about it, and it deflects attention away from your Snapchats, your Twitter, or even a Clubhouse or whatever's left of it. So I just think it's kind of interesting that the whole AT&T thing happened last week, I believe it was, and then this week,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So it's like this week, it's Facebook looking like, hey, I need attention. So that's why I don't really think it's a cyber attack, because they're very calm and collected. I think it's probably just like a dry run to get people talking about it and or get folks back. I know that anyone who's monetized on there or bought ads, if I was them, I would be asking for a refund, right? Because you know what I mean? Like, if you're putting up money and you're spending ad dollars on there and the platform doesn't perform, I mean, it's a bad investment if, you know, you're not getting your money's worth. So in my opinion, I don't really see it as a cyber attack. I think it was more of an opportunity from a marketing standpoint and or them kind of testing it and doing a dry run for probably something in the future. But what you said earlier is very important. That's kind of why I've stayed in the room when you started talking about infrastructure. And I think a lot of folks take, you know, they live in this privileged mindset that, hey, it can't happen to me, right? I think that is only happening in the hood until the hood becomes everywhere in America. You know what I mean?
Real talk.
So I commend you on that, because a lot of folks don't talk about infrastructure. They only talk about Bitcoin and all this digital money, but people forget you have all the Bitcoin in the world, but without electricity, without internet, how are you accessing whatever you consider an asset?
Exactly. My man, I appreciate you, JMM. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
Brother. Keep up the great work, and I hope you have a good evening.
Thank you. But yeah, man, listen. See, we have to not be too much in a comfort zone. Because sometimes, man, we want to be somewhere where we're comfortable, where we can chill. But listen, you never want to get too comfortable. And I talked about this before. There was an Islamic scholar back in the 14th century named Ibn Khaldun. And Ibn Khaldun wrote a book talking about history and the history of different societies and how they rise and fall. And he says it's like a circular wave. You have an empire society that's thriving, and what happens is when it's thriving for a while, the privileged class, they get content. You know, they kind of lay back and kick back and chill, and they get very comfortable. And then what happens is a barbarian group comes in, sacks the place, and takes over. And then once the barbarian class settles in for a while, they get comfortable, they set up infrastructure, they set up institutions, then they get comfortable. And then over a period of time, they get content. And then another barbarian group comes in and takes them over. So it's a circular thing. That happens over and over again with different empires and societies. Barbarian group becomes the elite class, and then they replaced by another barbarian group. So the lesson to learn is you don't want to get too content. And we've always, Foundation of Black Americans and Black people over here, we've been looked at as the barbarian class because we can turn up at any moment. We can turn up. That's why all eyes are always on us. So what they like to do with us, they want to keep us content in our subjugated state. So they keep us content enough so we don't rise up. See, that's the trick bag. They keep us content with, cyber living. We live vicariously through Instagram and filters and all of that stuff. See, we don't want to get too comfortable with the internet. You see, a lot of us are very comfortable and content with just being online all day. You understand? Cosplaying and dressing up and putting on filters, and I'm shucking and jiving on Instagram and TikTok and all of that we're content with that. So if you're content with that, you're not going to start thinking of building empires. just like in jail, if you go to look at jails now, cats be having phones and they got TVs, and some jails, they niggas be having PlayStations in there. You understand? They make jail comfortable, and if you're comfortable in jail, you're not thinking about no rebellion. You have dudes in jail tweeting. They be on here tweeting like everybody else. You see, and shout out to the brothers who locked down, but they, that's a way to keep them content. They learn. We gotta let people know not to rise up. We gotta make jail home away from home to a certain degree, so we don't get another Attica situation. You dig? So we gotta understand how things go down out here. All right, let's get some people in here. Let's get Morning in here. Then I'm gonna get my brother Mikal in here. Morning or Morin?
Hi, yes, it's Moringa in the Gotham City of Ottawa. Hi, Tariq. It's so nice to be up here. Should I just go into what I want to say?
Yes, indeed. Speak your mind, man.
Try to keep it short, I know there's a lot of people in here. I'm in Canada. I'm in Ottawa, and when you say yes, you need to be in. I mean, it's right to be in places of discomfort. You need to be uncomfortable, and as hard as it is to be uncomfortable, it is how we move the needle forward. It is how, and also to go with that, it immediately made me think of something that's really been bothering us in Ontario over here, is that our premier, which is like a governor basically for you guys, he made it so that we're going to have 24/7 access to cheap alcohol in a year. So that's 100% how it goes to sedate the masses. People used to say that TV was was the way to sedate the masses, but this is on a whole nother level. Alcohol, when we have declining healthcare, we're a third world country over here. But to end on a positive note, because I think I try to have a balance as an elder millennial. I don't ever want to downplay, really, the atrocities and the harm and the difficulty, because I want the youth to remember. I don't want to lie, like how we were lied to in the post-secondary education, as if meritocracy was real. But at the same time, do you know what's the most beautiful thing? People don't understand that in hip-hop lyrics, that those were the things that at times would remind us of our power, that we could stand up, that we were individuals, that we were to be seen. And that's why I love hip-hop so much. I'm not talking about the new rap, but shout out to them. But it's important to remind people that we're royal and where we came from. And I think I would encourage everybody in here, if you don't do it right now, put up pictures of your family in your household, in your domicile. Sometimes put it above your head, your crown. I found that when I remember where I'm from, when I remember the loved ones, when I remember who I am, even, some people put their pictures from high school, you have compassion for yourself and therefore for others. And thank you for letting me speak. I just wanted to say that.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you. Thank you, Bilal. All right, Brother Mikal. My brother Mikal. Hop on, sir.
Great. Minister Code, how are you?
My brother, I'm good. How are you, sir?
Beautiful, brother. Just living the dream and winning. Just wanted to build with you regarding this technology factor.
Yes.
We're in the midst of a paradigm shift. Primarily, most of the global powers are in fight for techno-supremacy, techno-fascism, I would even say digital colonization, techno-military supremacy, and robot supremacy. It's very complex. At some point, the U.S. will become a technocratic state like China, Russia. In fact, if you read the Chinese 14th five-year plan, you will definitely see what the agenda is, and that's primarily to have a technocracy run by techno-wizards, i.e. engineers, programmers, developers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So what you're witnessing right now, there's a war between Silicon Valley and Wall Street in play. comes to technology always wins. The goal, and I'll end with this, is to establish what we will call technological singularity. That's the end game, which meshes ubiquitous computing, quantum supercomputing, quantum communication, intelligent automation, AI, machine intelligence, etc., under one global construct. So I don't want to get too heavy, but I'll just land with that. And of course, you and I, we can chop it up offline about it. So I love you.
Thank you.
Love you, family. Love you, dear brother. And take care of yourself.
Appreciate you, brother. That's Brother McCap. Yeah, it's heavy. Excuse me. It's heavy out here, man. With the AI and all that stuff, that AI, man, listen. You saw the movie The Matrix, how, they were basically using a form of AI, and then the AI took over. The AI and the electronics and the robots and all of that, they took over. That's a very interesting paradigm. Danny, hop on, man.
Hey, Tariq. Finally, I'm on the show.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I'm from Zimbabwe.
Shout out to Zimbabwe.
I'll put my goats in the back so you're not going to hear any funny sounds.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's put a chain on that llama back there and let's keep it popping.
I got to. Anyway, so basically, a non-American who lives in a dictatorship.
You live where? Where do you live?
In Zimbabwe.
Okay, okay, got it.
Who lives in a dictatorship. These platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, they are essential tools for speaking out, for rallying people against the dictatorship that's basically taking over our state. So when there's glitches or cyber attacks on these platforms, we get very concerned. We get very worried because this is our only way of expressing ourselves, our only ways of challenging the dictatorship in Zimbabwe. And I'm pretty sure many other countries can resonate in Africa mostly.
Right. So that's why it's important for the brothers and sisters to be out there networking with each other in person so that you're not just so super dependent on the internet. It's very important that we start clicking up out here in real life. Let's get, ma'am, I don't know what your name is. T-Pan? Ma'am, what's your name? Jarrell, ma'am? Okay, she bounced. Okay, I'm just going to give her an opportunity to chop it up. Let's get, let me see. Let's get the antidote. Get the antidote in here. The antidote. And then we'll get the Earth Angel. Well, let's get the Earth Angel first. The Earth Angel, hop on.
Hi, Tariq.
Hey, dear, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I just want to tell you that my children been listening to you for about, 12 years. They are now 23. My baby boy just turned 18. He absolutely adores you. Thank you. Also, when you hit on the subject about these white supremacists and stuff, I just want to let y'all know, like I'm in Nevada. I go around the park. So I guess I done got on one of these white supremacist radar. And so he sized me up the first, like as soon as I got out the car, he sized me up. And then the second go round, he bumped my shoulder. And I called him you know what I'm saying? I was like, he never turned around. And so when we come back around, now he's like spitting water on the sidewalk and then he got the smirk on his face. So I'm like, oh, bitch, so you let me know that you did it on purpose. So I went into Karen mode. So I called 911, right? So I'm like, let me go, So then I went today. He's at, the cop was like, he was too scared to approach the dude. So he didn't do nothing. It's just documented. And so today when I went around the park, he got his phone out recording me. Like, I'm bothering him. So I put out my phone and I recorded his ass. And I have a good recording. I gave it to, you know, my friends and my family and stuff. Dude looked like he crazy. And he had a gun in his pocket. You could see the print from the gun. So, yeah, these white supremacists are bitches. And they be looking for soft targets. But one thing about it, you know, something happened to me, I don't want peace. Don't let these motherfucking people tell you I would want peace. No, I wouldn't. Tear this bitch up. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. But I'm going to stay safe and do everything that I can, you know, to be home with my children.
Thank you so much, beloved. I appreciate you. All right, let's get the antidote. You ready?
Y'all ready? To the lady that just spoke, to the sister that just spoke, you should have, to answer the topic of the space, yes, I truly believe that Facebook, Instagram glitch was definitely a cyber attack. But I don't think it was like an attack on people. I think it was just like everyone showing everyone. I mean, I think it was the tech company showing us that they do have control over everything, and they can at any given time, you know, just cancel out everything. Because it's not a coincidence that the stuff that's going on with Ryan Garcia happened in the last 24 hours, and then all of the, you know, social media platforms don't want to, you know, they shut down. So he was finna, the way I see it, Ryan Garcia was finna expose something, and he was going to expose it on a major way. But everyone came together, because I don't care how people on X or Twitter see it. Elon Musk is in with these people. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, everybody who owns a tech company, all the, you know, the major, you know, social media platforms, they all in it together. And it's no coincidence that when Ryan Garcia went through what he went through in the last 24 hours to 48 hours, then everything shut down. So I'm going to land there.
My man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The antidote. Wild stuff out here in these streets, man. Wild stuff. Let's get Brother Deshaun in here. Let's get Brother Deshaun to chop up some game and show light. Brother Deshaun.
Yes, sir. Peace, Brother Tariq. To answer your question, I'm going to say briefly, Elijah Muhammad had said, you cannot fathom the depths of Satan. I recommend that, for those who may not be aware, to look up the concept of false flag operations, but also look up PSYOPs. And that's actually some of what you were speaking about earlier with these crises that you were discussing. And to my last point regarding Garcia, something that Dick Gregory stated, when people talk about the Boule and secret societies, he asked the question, if it's a secret, how come you know about it? You know, Bohemian Grove is nothing new.
Right.
And so we have to understand that there are actually societies and places like Bohemian Grove that you would never hear of. And so that's it. Thank you, good brother, always for these wonderful discussions. Have a good night.
But yeah, family, Bohemian Grove, it's been known. People have been knowing about Bohemian Grove for a long time and exposing it. And there was, in the 90s, there was going to be an ABC special of them exposing Bohemian Grove. And somebody made some calls, and that documentary, it was a documentary or something like that, and they pulled that. They pulled that so quick. And there was another film, and I followed this guy who's the producer of a film, and I always talk about this film. It's called Open Secret. It talks about Hollywood and the sex rings and perversion rings, and I think they might have mentioned Bohemian Cove or something. But that movie, they pulled the plug on that too. They wouldn't distribute it nowhere. That was a real controversial movie, and that guy, they were exposing a whole bunch of that stuff. Some of the funny stuff that goes on in Hollywood and with these secret societies and these elitist groups with these perversion rings. There's some real weird stuff going on out here, man. A lot of weird stuff out here. You know, so that's why it's important for us to be close-knit and network. But here's another thing, too, about that. Even though it's good for us to network with each other, we have to watch out for a lot of riffraffs. Because truth be told, this is the flip side of the coin. Because I talk a lot about it. This is why I'm so accessible, which is a gift and a curse. I try to make myself as accessible to people. When people can come chop it up with me, I'm at the museum all the time, and when we do events, people can just come chop it up with me. So that's a good thing and it's a bad thing, because sometimes you have people who might be opportunists who want to come around and try to look for an angle to try to run a finesse. So you got to be very careful about that type of stuff, especially if you are a person who's done some things that's considered notable. And also, man, we got to understand there's a lot of riffraffs who come around constructive circles, just keeping up shit. And that's something that we have to be careful of too, you see. Because networking is very important. I'm real big on us getting together physically, in person, meeting with each other, shaking hands, vibing, exchanging cards, just knowing where everybody is, just in case we need to holler at people, we need some help, we need some backup. I'm real big on that. But you do have, again, a lot of people who are trying to infiltrate those circles. And we see a lot of this riffraff stuff that happens in a lot of these spaces too, fam. We gotta be very real. There's a lot of little riffraff shit that happens in these spaces, and it spills out on the street sometimes. You understand? And there's a lot of little snake shit that goes on. And let me say this to people who are in these spaces. When y'all have these little beefs, I'm gonna say this very clear. When y'all have little beefs with each other for whatever reason, do not try to drag me into y'all's beefs. I think that's very disrespectful when y'all do that shit. Because somebody called last night and there was some shit going on and there's some beef going on, and then people want to drag me into the shit, especially if it's something between a man and a woman. Y'all don't disrespect me by even dragging me into some bullshit like that. I'm gonna be very clear. Y'all cut that fuck shit out. I don't like it. Just the fact that I'm even coming up in something I ain't got nothing to do with, that's real passive aggressive. And I've seen a few people do that shit, and I don't like it. If y'all are having beef with each other on this app, y'all handle that. Y'all don't drag me into, especially if it's something between a dude and a woman, and y'all might have had something going on, don't bring me in that. Number one, I don't do that shit in real life with people I know. If there's some man-woman shit going on, I'm a heterosexual man. I'm not into getting into people's little relationship quarrels or whatever they had going on. You can call your moist friend for that. Don't try to bring me into that. I don't get into people's personal business like that. I don't want to know what's going on with anybody's little personal hookups or business like that. And I'm real offended when people try to drag me into that shit. Because a lot of people who try to do that, they already have some kind of other agenda going on. And I've seen a few people on this app try to drag me into shit because they already have some little agenda against my ass for whatever reason. You understand? So y'all don't drag me into little beefs that I ain't got nothing to do with. Because here's the thing, a lot of people who try to drag me into their little beefs, y'all be in these rooms with ops who disrespect me, and y'all be in there caca and kikiing with people. Because I see a lot of little funny, shady little shit that goes on over here where little disrespectful ops be saying little slick shit, and y'all be in these rooms with them TTing and kikiing. You understand? And then want me to jump in your little fucking beefs. It don't work like that. You understand? We're going to start cleaning some laundry out here on these damn internet streets. But y'all not going to disrespect me like that. I think it's disrespectful to even bring me up in something I ain't got nothing to do with. You dig? Let's get that very clear. Y'all don't call me about y'all little personal beefs that y'all have with each other. Especially if y'all be in these rooms with damn ops, caca and kikiing when motherfuckers are being disrespectful towards me. You understand? It's a handful of people in here that check folks. That's why I'm still good with him. There's a handful of people in here that I've seen who don't be playing those little games like that, and I got a lot of respect for them. Like, shout out to Sir Major. Let me say that loud and clear. Sir Major, to me, is a rider. Sir Major keeps it more 100 than a lot of you fuckers on this damn app. You understand me? And then people have little slick shit to say about Sir Major. Sir Major don't be doing the little slick shit some of y'all be doing on this fucking app. Sir Major keeps shit 100, like on some grown man shit. He don't be doing all that little sneaky shit. When people be trying to get me to flip on that brother, and then y'all doing some fuck shit behind the scenes, nah, it don't work like that. I see what's going on. I see what's popping. I see who's doing what. I see who's doing slick shit. I see who's keeping it 100. You understand? I see shit. I hear stuff all the time. I'm in the mix now. I might pop my head in here and there, and I'm in the mix. I kind of hear little rumblings. I know what's going on. I know who's doing what. You dig? But we're gonna have to keep it a buck. It's some fuck shit that goes on with a lot of people on this app, and they're on some snake shit. A lot of people are snakish on this thing for no other reason except them just having a snakish disposition. Because there's people that I've helped the hell out and done nothing but show respect to, that be in these back channels plotting and doing little conniving, sneaky snake shit, dude. And y'all know it. Y'all know who's who on here. And y'all know who says and does little weird stuff behind the scenes. Yeah? That little weird shit, that's going to have to get called out and checked. You dig? Because things are getting too serious out here. And I'm not going to be disrespected by folks that I really don't know like that. And some of these folks that I do know that I try to help, and I don't really know them like that, but I try to help everybody. But you got people out here who are they got real janky dispositions, and was cause havoc and chaos because they ain't really got nothing popping off in their lives in real life. Let's get Trinity. Trinity, hop on. Hop on, Miss Trinity.
What's good, family? Peace, power, love, and reparations. How you doing, Tariq?
I'm good, love it. What's on your mind, dear?
Oh, I'm just so glad you hold these spaces and you get that straightening down, you know what I'm saying, and keep talking that real talk. Much love and respect to you and all the writers.
Thank you, dear.
I just wanted to say how, our people, we're very cognizant, and we've been cognizant a long time of the psychological, spiritual warfare and what have you. So, I just don't take too kindly to, especially from those from the dominant society that, start talking about the Illuminati and the reptilian stuff. I just think all that stuff, yeah, of course there are secret societies and what have you, but just like, a couple of people have already said, that this stuff is open. We know about this stuff, and I just think a lot of them, they don't like to face that this stuff is systematic white supremacy behavior. And and that's just what it is. And they even drag, and it's just so sad because sometimes they drag a lot of our people into this, ridiculous mindset when it's just a cover up for just the same old, I just wanted to speak my little 2 cents real quick. So,
thank you. I appreciate it. She brought up a good point. And I had a conversation. I talked about this years ago. I was in Ohio, and I was at a barbershop, and the barber, he was asking me about, what was he asking me about? At the time, I think there was some riots going on around the country. It might have been some of the Mike Brown stuff. I don't know. It was something. He was like, yeah, what do you think about the riots and the police killings and all of that. And I said, well, look, man, we live in a system of white supremacy, man. We're going to have to do something about replacing this system of white supremacy, man. We're going to have to replace it with justice, man. We're dealing with straight up and down white supremacy. And I'm talking about white supremacy. This brother was like, so, what you think about aliens in outer space? I'm like, what? I started talking about white supremacy, and this dude tried to deflect into aliens in outer space. And I just said, okay, man, just go ahead and give me this cut. Because that was his way of tapping out. Because when you want to deal with white supremacy, that's something that's real and it's right there in your face. You got to deal with that. When you talk about it, you're going to eventually have to deal with it. So a lot of black folks, let's keep it a buck. Y'all don't want to talk about the real deal, which is white supremacy. So, hey, what about the Illuminati and the reptilians? What about the aliens? You dig? Because there ain't no aliens right there in your face. You know, there's no aliens right there. What Umar said, there was an alien in his bedroom when he was 11. It was a yellow, buff alien. So there's some people who said they saw aliens. But generally, aliens are not there in your face. So you can talk about them ad nauseum. Maria, hop on, man. Maria, you want to unmute your microphone, ma'am? Maria, are your breasts hitting the phone, ma'am? You want to strap your bra back on, ma'am, and get back on the phone? Maria? Maria, those your kids back there? Are you at the border right now, Maria? Are you jumping over a fence right now, Maria? Maria? I think they're coming across the border. I want to hear what they have to say. Are you guys good over there, Maria? Hello, Maria? Are y'all safe? Maria? Is everything all right? You want to run for the... You want to run away from Border Patrol? Is everything all right? All right, Maria. I'm going to let y'all go since ain't nothing going on over there. You're not saying anything. All right, Maria. All right, she ain't got nothing to say. All right. Okay. Now, they went back there speaking Spanish, so I don't know if they were in the middle of a drug deal. I don't know what they were doing back there. So I tried to give them a platform, so... All right, Mr. Meat Packer. Mr. Meat Packer. All right, hop on, Mr. Meat Packer.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm good, Mr. Meat Packer. Where you calling from, Mr. Meat Packer?
From El Paso. But this is kind of off topic. I just wanted to ask a question.
Yes.
Like, so like for the ladies, is it considered cheating if you're like going through a divorce, but it's not final yet, but you're kind of like seeing other people?
Yeah, if you're going through a divorce, you might as well go out there and get the stove ready for the cooking. So yeah, it's not really cheating because if you're going through a divorce, the marriage is already over. So yeah, that's not cheating. Or that means your wife out here in the streets?
Nah, we still live together. But she wants to get a divorce, but she gets like upset. I guess I don't know. It's just driving me crazy.
She gets upset when you go out with other women, or is she out with other dudes?
No, when I'm with the other women.
Okay, so how long y'all been married?
That's another question. I wanted to ask, like, has anybody been married for like 20 years?
No, I ain't that long. But how long have y'all been married?
Well, we've only been married for 3, but we've been together since for about 20 years. Since I was 16, I'm like 35 now.
Okay.
And then what happened is like when you with somebody for so long, like the intimacy between each other is like it kind of like fades. So I was trying to see like how do you like keep the The intimacy, or I don't know. Maybe it's a dumb question. I just didn't know.
Just make sure make sure that you're both desirable. You're going to change and get older, but take her back down there to Mexico and have her get a BBL so that you can have her get her breasts done. Now, why does she want a divorce?
Just because so we started trying to do other things to spice it up, and we started seeing other people and going to these little swinger events and stuff, and basically a long story short, it didn't really work out, and she just ended up not being okay with some things that we did, even though she wanted to do it, and she just wanted to get a divorce, and it's just not fulfilling to her. We thought if you do stuff that you always wanted to do, it'll spice up your marriage, but not really, because you still are lacking that intimacy with one another. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, do y'all have kids?
No, we don't have kids.
Okay. Well, y'all been together for a long time with no kids. I think y'all can work it out, man. Y'all need to just kind of get on the same page, and y'all have to start focusing. That's probably why things are getting weird, because when y'all
ladies, they'll forgive you, but they won't forget. So it's always gonna be a problem at any time when they feel like it. When maybe they heard a song that reminds them of a time that you did something to them, and then they'll just be in a bad mood, which is okay, because I'm man enough to deal with that, because I still want to be with her. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is, it's 20 years of just stuff that building up. I feel like she just hates me at this point because she gets mad over any little thing.
Right, because you guys are too familiar with each other, because y'all don't have any type of outside activities that you're focusing on. Y'all just looking at each other for 20 years, and then that's going to turn into contempt. That's the problem, because y'all don't have kids. See, when you have kids, that kind of balances things out, because you focus on the children, and then you get a moment of intimacy, then you appreciate it. But y'all just sitting around looking at each other for 20 damn years. Y'all have to start getting some outside interest things going on, and I think that will give a little spice to it, that you're focusing on other things, that you're not just focusing on the sex thing. That's whatever. The sex.
I think that's where things went wrong, because we tried things, and then I've been with her since I was a kid. I never did a lot of things, and then I liked the mature, older white women. They're and that was my thing, and then she I guess she just felt like I liked that, that more than her.
Now, your lady's Hispanic, right?
Yes.
Okay, you guys same age? Same age?
Yes, we're the same age.
But you like old.
Not old. Mature.
That's another word for old. That's another word for old.
I guess, yeah, but just a mature woman that she knows that she's pretty. She can be ugly, but she has that confidence, and she's smiling. That makes her a person that you want to talk to. You know what I mean? Right. And
my man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. But yeah, you guys again. My thing is, y'all need to focus on some other things besides each other, and you guys are gonna be all right. All right. All right. Let me get back on topic. I want to get into some Mac lessons. He's out here trying to bang Martha Stewart, and this woman is like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here. Yeah, she want a divorce. You out here trying to bang these bitches look like Cher. All right, you trying to bang these old Madonna looking broads. All right. And she's like, what the hell? All right, let's get, let me see, Debauches. Okay, let's get Debauches. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Debauches. Let's hop on. Waiting on Debauches. You gonna unmute your microphone? If you unmute your microphone, that would be phenomenal. All right. Since you're not gonna unmute that microphone, let's go to Gizmo. Let's get Gizmo Matrix down. Gizmo Matrix. All right. Mr. Gizmo Matrix. And somebody unmute themselves. All right, now let me try it this way. Everybody raise your hand if you're ready to get on, because some people are requesting to speak, and then when I allow them, they just kind of sit here quiet as church mice. So let's do it this way. If you're ready to speak, raise your hand, and I will bring you on. Let's see some hands. Who's ready to speak? If you're in the request queue and you're ready to speak, let's get Miss Ashley in here. Let's get Ashley. All right, let's get Ashley up here with her big old...
Hello.
What's up, Ashley, with the eyelashes? What's up, dear?
Hey, I've been following you for a long time, and I learned about Haiti from you. And I just wanted to know your thoughts about what's going on in Haiti right now, like with the gangs overthrowing everything, and just to know your thoughts about what's going on.
Yeah, thank you, dear. It's real heavy what's going on over there now. The street class are taking over some of the Western powers. I think the U.S., there's even rumors of them going over there invading in order to bring order. So it's we're monitoring, seeing what's going over there, heavy. So it's a very interesting thing how it's going to play out. All right, let's get Drunk Leo. Drunk Leo, hop on. All right, Drunk Leo, hop on.
Yeah. Thanks, bro. I was gonna ask, what do you think about the illegal immigration situation going on? It's pretty fucked, right?
Yeah, don't like it, man. We don't like it. We don't like all of these people flooding over here, utilizing our tax dollars. They're not being vetted, and it's very dangerous. It's not a good thing whatsoever.
Why do you think our own government is facilitating it?
I think they're doing it so they can boost up the white numbers, because people who are classified as white, Anglos, are a minority at this point. So they're letting over all of these other groups, and they're going to haze them and allow them to be white at one point. This is what they've always done. They did this in the 1800s after slavery. They wanted to get the white numbers back up, so they opened the door for a lot of European immigrants to come in to get those white numbers back up. So this is why they're doing it, and it's a very dangerous thing. They're so busy trying to spite foundational Black Americans, they're willing to shoot themselves in the foot, because I think that them letting immigrants come over and people are not being vetted, you're letting Chinese people come over here across the border, you're not vetting them, and these are military age people, that makes the country vulnerable, you see. So it's interesting to see how this is going to play out. But thank you so much. Let's get Wasina. Well, no, what's your name? Wasinata? Okay, Wasinata. All right. So let's get Miss Lion. All right, Miss Lion, are you ready to get on? All right, Miss Lion. All right, waiting on Miss Lion's phone to tap in. All right, Miss Lion, where you at? All right. Miss Lion is having phone difficulties. Shout out to all the phenomenal people down there on the bottom. I see y'all down there. Miss Lion, let me know when you're ready, ma'am. Let me know when you are ready. All right, Miss Lion. Let me know when you are ready. Okay. And let me see. Washinata, are you still good? What's happening, brother? All right. And let me get some hands for the people who are ready. All right, Miss Lion, I had you up. You keep giving thumbs up and all that stuff. Let's get Command Dev. I remember Command Dev. I remember that name. Miss Lion or Command Dev? What's up, Command Deb? How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm a software developer, and the cyber attack thing is it's going to happen a lot. I used to work at the State Department, and China used to hack us like 900 times a day. So this is like just routine. Right now, we are going to World War III. It's basically we're sorry to get done working out. That's why I'm puffing and puffing, but yeah, it's yeah, we're going to World War III right now, and it's going to continue happening. And yeah, just the best bet as FBAs is just to, not be so dependent like you were saying earlier. But it's going to keep happening, and honestly, it's a good thing. We do need another war, and we need another reset, I think, to make things more interesting. But we'll see. But that's my opinion.
My man, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Miss Lyon, you ready? Miss Lyon, you want to turn your phone on? Turn your microphone on?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, how are you?
Good morning, sir. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good, Miss Lyon. Now, where are you from, Miss Lyon?
Missouri.
Okay. Okay, so what's on your mind?
Well, I was just wondering what happened to Wonder Woman's plane the other day.
I don't know. What happened to it, ma'am?
I don't know. You're the host. I was just asking what happened to her plane. Did you hear the rumor?
What was the rumor?
Something with Supergirl and Wonder Woman. It was crazy.
Now, where did this happen?
Manhattan or Africa?
So you're saying Wonder Woman, something happened to Wonder Woman's plane?
Yes.
Okay. And is everything all right over there?
Like it got pregnant or something?
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
This is crack. Rock cocaine. It isn't glamorous or cool or kids.
Yummy.
Addictive kind of cocaine, and it can kill you. What's really bad is nobody knows how much it takes. So every time you use it, you risk dying. It isn't worth it. Look,
nah.
Everybody's cool. But doing it with crack isn't just
Where's your doctorate?
Could be dead wrong.
All right. Okay, Miss Lyon. We're going to let you go, but everything is going to be all right, okay?
Hi. I was just wondering about the rumor. Like an immovable object and unstoppable.
Okay. Okay. To the drug dealers out here, I done told y'all about stepping on the dope with all of that fentanyl. Y'all gonna have to cut back on the fentanyl. Y'all need to weigh that shit and balance it out. There's only a pinch of fentanyl that goes in it. You don't have to stretch the dope out like that because it messes with your customers. All right? Let's get Lorena. Let's get Miss Lorena in here. Lorena? Miss Lorena. Miss Lorena, you want to hop on, ma'am? Lorena? All right, Lorena, turn your microphone on, ma'am. And we're waiting on Lorena's mic to turn on. And while we're waiting on Lorena, how many people we got in here? We're in here heavy. And today's broadcast is brought to you by Rootwork. Rootwork deodorant, the foundation of Black American deodorant. That's the best deodorant in the country right now. People are loving it. You can get it at rootworkstyle.com or you can get it at amazon.com. Phenomenal deodorant. All right, Lorena. All right. Okay. Now let's get just a couple of more because I got some stuff I gotta do. I ain't gonna be on too long. Let's get one more call because I'll be on here all night. Y'all raise your hand if you're ready to get on. Because I don't want to bring somebody up and waste 2 or 3 minutes and they're not ready to get on. If you're ready to get on, raise your hand. All right, raise your hand if you're ready to get on. All right. All right, come on out with the hands. Let me see where you at. Let me see where you at. Okay, where we at? Okay, let's get let me see who this person is. Ismaila? Let's get Ismaila in. Ismaila Sar. Ismaila Sar. All right. Oh, okay. Okay, that was corny. Okay, so that was a waste of time. Time-wasting tether. The tethers are very good at time-wasting. All right. Well, yeah, this mailer, you know, they just need to block you so you don't ever come back with corny stuff like that. All right. Let's get, want to get some sisters up here. I would like to get, okay, Gizmo, I tried to get you up earlier, Gizmo. What happened, Gizmo? Gizmo, what's happened? I tried to get you up earlier, Gizmo. Gizmo, unmute your microphone. All right. Gizmo, you want to unmute your mic?
Hello?
Yes.
You can hear me now?
I can hear you.
Oh, thank God. I did that the last time and it booted. I don't know. I did something and I couldn't get through. But anyway, back to the, you made a comment in the very beginning and now I'm not sure. Oh, man.
What was that? What did I say?
It had to do with what Instagram glitch and all of that. And now I've lost train of thought because I've been trying to get from here and I.
Okay, Gizmo. Go to bed. Go to bed, dear. Okay. Boy, what's with the white women tonight? What are you white women on tonight? Lord. Y'all need to go in there and make some quiche so you can get your minds right. Y'all go in there and make some Rice Krispie treats so that y'all can get your minds right, white women. You guys are very good at Rice Krispie treats. I give white women props what crops are due. Y'all white women need to go in there and make you some Rice Krispie treats and some avocado wraps and some boysenberry pie and relax your mind. All right. All right. I want to give one more good call before I get out of here. You know, I don't want to have whack calls and leave on a whack note. Let me get a good call here. All right. I want to get a very good call in the building. Where the sisters at? All y'all women down here on the bottom, y'all need to be saying something. I see all you women down there. I see Tiara, Queena, Jazzy. I see all of you. Y'all out here looking fly. Y'all need to be up here saying something. I see you, Sandra, down there. I see y'all down here. I see you, Sophia. So, all of y'all down here with your catfish profiles, because a lot of these look like catfish pages. It's probably ran by Mexican dudes. You know, because we got a lot of that going on. Yeah. But let me give one more good one. All right. So what's up, Bambi? And Bambi's the dude, by the way. Shout out to brother Bambi. I told Bambi about that name. Bambi, you too big and buff to be named Bambi. You got to change your name, Bambi. I hate calling a grown nigga Bambi. Just call you Bam. All right. I'm not going to refer to this nigga as Bambi. You Big Bam. A Bam-a-lamb or something, but not Bambi. We're not calling you Bambi. My spirit is not going to let me address a nigga as Bambi. And that's our brother. I think Bambi's from West Africa somewhere. He's a cool brother too. Come on, where we at, man? I'm trying to find the ladies in here. Ladies, y'all need to say something. I want to get some feminine energy in here. Where y'all at? Let me see. I'm gonna start getting some of these other folks down here on the bottom and make them come up. Where y'all at? Okay, some of these people I start calling their names out, they start bouncing. Some of the people I started calling their names out, they dipped. They're like, oh shit. Yeah, some of these catfish accounts, when I start calling the names out, some of them dip. Let me see. All right, come on, let's get one more good call in here. All right, let's get, now everybody's moving around. Let's get Coach Bettis in here. Let's get Coach Bettis. Coach Bettis. Where you at, Coach? See?
We in the building, bro. Can you hear me?
There you go, man. What's on your mind, brother?
Look, shout out to the FBA family. Wanted to, I just had a question for you, bro. I've been hearing about militias and all this kind of stuff, bro. And do you think that we need, oh,
you're breaking up, brother.
Militias? I'm looking to see if we can develop like a Tesla Figaro kind of campaign, kind of her push your line campaign for militia groups for protection.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got to be covert. It has to be a covert thing, because if you form an open group, they're going to infiltrate it. All they're going to do is put a bunch of agents in it. It has to be covert. It has to be like the Black Liberation Army. They were very low key. They were guerrilla warfare arm of the Black Panther. They were kind of like the Black Panthers, but different. And they were real covert with protecting, and they really moved low key. So having a militia group like INFAC and all that, it's going to be infiltrated. They're going to throw a bunch of agents out there, so that wouldn't be a good idea. But I would say it's still good to have gun clubs and stuff like that. But having these groups, let me tell you something. The minute you see niggas out here in some fatigues talking about these crackers, I got my gun, and when you see that, these agents, that they're already infiltrated. When you see cats out here in militia outfits, brothers out here talking about death to the cracker and talking all crazy and nah. They're going to try to recruit people so they can keep a dossier on the riders. So we got to understand how a lot of these groups have been infiltrated, and a lot of these people are sent to us. That's why we got a lot of janky folks who are sent to us now. They come around these progressive circles and do everything they can to try to undermine it. And we have to keep eyes on these people. You understand? Anyway, let me get up out of here. It's been real, ladies and gentlemen. Go to rootworkstyle.com. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Give your donation to the Hidden History Museum, and also buy the Hidden History, Hidden Heroes from A to Z children's book.
From the culture of the American South, where roots hold stories, comes a natural deodorant inspired by generations of wisdom. Introducing Rootwork, the all-natural, foundational Black American-based deodorant infused with the magic of High John the Conqueror root. Our unique blend, enriched with this legendary root, offers 24-hour protection, rooted in the power of nature. Embrace this deodorant that celebrates culture, history, and your well-being. Unlock the magic of Rootwork today. Experience the pure essence of nature. Visit rootworkstyle.com and make the switch to a healthier cultural choice.
KOD testimonies. Shit, all I got to do is drink some fucking milk and I'll be put out. Yeah, come up off of here.